Good evening, everyone.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday, 9 p.m., and we are back again with yet another episode on the LinkedIn Live on
How to ace your career.
So, guys, like you all know, we have been streaming this for more than 1 year now. Every Friday, coming here, helping especially mid-age people with 12 to 15 years of experience,
Yes.
helping them overcome the challenges of stagnation in their career, probably career transit. They are not happy with the role that they are playing, or they are stuck because of the emotional issues that they are going through. They can't see a career path ahead. All these kind of challenges when my clients go through, that's the time they come to us.
Absolutely.
Who am I? I'm Nutan. I'm a career and a life coach, and I exactly help these professionals to get out of that zone and start acing in their career.
Absolutely. I'm Dheeraj. I'm a life coach, career coach, and a business coach. And both of us together, we formed this company called as
ND
ND Life Coaching.
So, guys, we are here with a very, very important topic to discuss today. Something which has affected everyone, each and everyone's life.
Absolutely.
In today's, I think anywhere in any part of the world, wherever that you live in a rural place or a urban, in India or abroad, there is no one who's not affected by this.
Absolutely.
And this is called as
Digital disruption.
So, of course, it's affected us in many ways.
Yep.
And today we are concerned about how do we handle this professionally? How do you still stay ahead and ace in your career while all this disruption is happening around you?
Yep.
So, we are on in this fourth industrial revolution. We all know that we had three revolutions before. Steam engine was one of them, then manufacturing somewhere. Everything started globally happening. And finally, we are in this digital age where there's unprecedented technological advancement.
Absolutely.
And why that is happening? Because internet has become available for everyone, and it's also blending human and artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is actually replacing humans. This entire landscape that we are going through today has created a demand of new skills in various industries, and you have to continuously keep updating your skill sets.
Absolutely. So let me start with some examples of digital disruption that all of us can relate with. Let's start with the most common word today everybody is speaking, AI.
Absolutely.
Artificial intelligence can learn to complete tasks on its own without human intervention. It making an excellent way for companies to improve their efficiency. Example of artificial in AI includes retail chatbots. Okay.
So, you're going to a company website, and before you search any product, there's someone, she pops up on the screen. Hi, I'm Alexa, and I'm going to help you. What is your challenge that you're going through?
Absolutely. One of my clients is into this. He prepares this. He actually develops this. Then robots. Like one of my clients, she actually stays abroad and she has a robot to do things in her house. And then, we already have self-driving cars, facial recognition technology, and many more. The second happening buzz, that is e-commerce. We refer to buying and selling of goods and services like Amazon,
Myntra.
Amazon, apni dukaan they and then Myntra and many more. Third, social media platform that we all are today. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and many more. All of us are there. Then we also have
mobile applications.
Yeah.
Something which is so relevant for all of us, right? Money wallets like GPay, banking on your phone, whether it's ICICI or HDFC or any other bank, it doesn't really matter. You can sit in the comfort of your small little phone and you can use that to make all your banking transactions. Something called as GPay and many other money wallets have come in where you can make payments through them. Of course, one of the most important things that has become a way of life for us when we are traveling is GPS.
Yes.
Which is using satellite technology to track locations, people, objects, incidents. And then, of course, cloud computing means using remote servers to store and manage data instead of using local servers. It's like, we used to have lockers in the bank to store our jewelry. Today, that is how cloud computing is using your data somewhere else. It is kept, stored, and we are using it through that cloud
Yes.
computing.
In fact, the last thing, one of the last things that we are saying is something that all of us so much attached: streaming software, which has made it so easy to reach out to our audience. That is Netflix, live sessions on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, video conference tools like Zoom, Skype, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, and many more. Now,
So, which one is the video conferencing tool that you are very comfortable with? I'm very comfortable with Zoom.
I'm very comfortable with Google Meet.
So both of the times when both of us have to be on one single meeting,
Yes.
and we have to give a meeting link to a client, I am wanting to push my Zoom link and he's wanting to push
It's
his.
like Google Meet. I'm so comfortable with it. It's like become a part of me now.
So all of you who are there listening to us live, let us know which is the video conferencing tool that you're comfortable with.
Already somebody said Zoom. Okay. So good evening, all the one who are here live with us, and all who have not put their name. Welcome and thank you very much for joining. It gives a lot of joy and happiness.
So of course we can welcome Priyank, Shashank, Dipti, Srividya, Janvi, Varun, Shifali,
Kshitija.
and Kshitija. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for joining us here.
All those who are live without names, welcome for this live session.
Absolutely. Also, this has impacted the lives of people across all strata, geographies. Let's start each of us who live today. It's like a day only starts with this. Without this, you can't survive. It's become like the impact is so huge. Like I'll give you a classic example is, this is a new house we have bought, and what I love about this house, one thing that I used to always have a challenge is carrying a key. Okay, and this house is stepping out of the house, all of us, without a key. You don't need a key at all. It's so light. It's so amazing.
So no botheration, no someone in the house waiting. If you missed the key, you can walk in and walk out without any kind of challenge. So while we are going to share what way digital technology has influenced our life in our daily lives, I want you also who are listening to us live, what are those things in your daily life which have got affected through digital technology, various platforms? Please keep writing and we'll keep sharing so that we learn from each other. So for us, like he said, the first thing is the most happiest thing, most happening reason for him to be happy in this house is stepping out of the house without the key.
Second thing also is my favorite.
Yes.
Okay, it's my favorite. She's always been, she, my son, everybody used to say, why don't you carry a wallet? Why don't you carry a wallet? And I used to feel such a heavy thing to carry because I like to keep myself, my biggest value is freedom. I like to be light. Okay, and that's something which has been a big thing for me. That my wallet is replaced by my phone, which by default we carry. And that solves all my buying purposes, including 1 rupee to 1 lakh rupees.
So
everything can happen to
no
it.
jhanjat of going to a pan tapri shop and telling him, Bhaiya, please, 2000 ka chutta de do, 500 ka chutta de do.
Even buying a chiclet, if you want a 1 rupee, done. I was surprised. Initially, I didn't knew that we can buy such less. So then I told, Bhaiya, chutta nahi hai. Arey saab, phone hai na. Bola, wo to hai. Bola, 1 rupee bhi aap de sakte ho. I said, wow, that's amazing.
So these two things which he is really very happy about. For me, it is sitting here in the comfort of my house and reaching out to people across the globe. It's so beautiful that we have our workshops and clients attending from Australia, UK, US, Canada, and Japan,
France.
So, different time zones, everyone coming together in one given workshop. Such a diverse crowd only could happen because of the virtual world, the digital technology. The other thing which has really impacted our work life is different working options.
Yes.
So work from home, office, hybrid. Like for example, for us, one of our team member is working from Bangalore, 150 kilometers away from Bangalore. He's helping us through our digital consultancy that he provides us, and we are able to reach out and do things which we are doing today. It's all his efforts that is coming across. But he's sitting there.
Yeah,
we never met him, and we
absolutely.
are working. Our customer service person is sitting there in France on a different time zone. So between just a few of us, we are distributed so far and wide. And that I'm sure is happening to you in your work life, right? One project and team from probably US and Japan or Australia and UK. And the timings are so damn different. You have to wake up in the morning. Sometimes you're at 7:38 on a call. Sometimes at 9:30, 12.
Very
In
true.
the night, you're sitting
Very
on a
true.
call because one project is having people from across the globe. So this option has only been possible through this
The next
technology.
thing I love, networking. You're able to connect to people across the globe. Like, for example, the mentor series that we've come with, these are people across the country that we are connected, and we are able to get their expert advice and their experience to all of you. It's so amazing.
So which are some things which are impacting your daily life? I'm waiting to listen from
Please,
you.
we want to know how it is impacting your life. Like, buying. Can you imagine how simple it has become? Like, you don't have, like today we bought something beautiful. We didn't have to go anywhere. We just sat, we saw, nowadays due to those 3D and 4D, we experienced the whole thing and we just clicked a button and we bought it. It's expensive stuff, but we bought it on a fingertip. Today, everything we buy on fingertip. Let it be BB Now, let it be Amazon, let it be even food. The best part for everyone today is that food is available on a fingertip. And recently from our son, we came to know is that any part of the country, their best products, you can buy it. Biryani from Hyderabad, something from Delhi, you can buy that sitting in Pune, and he actually did it. Two of the stuff, one came from Hyderabad and Delhi, and it reaches us here.
So, life has changed. I remember if there was something which is missing at home, mom would just ask her to run, pick up our wallet and run and go and get it. Today, when my domestic help forgets to put in that item in the list, all I need to do is pick up my phone and get it instantly sitting at home, not even opening the door. Same thing, mothers, the biggest challenge would be for mothers is they have to be home when the child is walking in. Why? Because food has to be ready for them. But today that's not a challenge. The kids also don't need the mother because they're more than happy because they can order their choice of food through a Zomato or a
And the mother
Swiggy.
can pay wherever she is. That's the
Absolutely.
best part.
So I remember one of the mothers who comes with us for dinners outside. It's always that Sunday she's sitting with us for dinner and her son is ordering from there and saying, Mom, this is what I want for dinner for
Please pay
myself.
for it.
And she's ordering it from Zomato.
Absolutely. Also, traveling anywhere without any hassles. Uber, Ola. You go any part of the world, you have a vehicle out waiting for you. You don't have to worry.
So, a city like Pune, I remember when I shifted, it was 12 years back. Well, no more. 14 years back when I shifted.
Pune is exactly 20 years. We completed 20
Okay.
years.
Okay.
2003 we came to Pune.
So, that time when I came to Pune, it will be so difficult to move from one place to other. Till you don't have your own vehicle, it
Yes.
is very difficult. You better use a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler, but drive on your own if you have to reach places on time.
Absolutely.
Today, there is not a hassle. You just have to use your mobile phone.
In fact, having the best of the cars like Merc and all, we prefer because of all the things which have dug up here, we prefer calling a Uber and go from one place to other.
So whenever he is not wanting to drive and we are worried the driver is there or not there, it doesn't really matter. All you need to do is book a Uber and
then
travel.
just travel. Then
Absolutely.
create any product and sell it from the comfort of your home. Like one of our client, she is into in the selling, I think, garments through e-commerce, and you won't believe that today in just span of 3 years, her turnover is 1 crore per month, my dear friend. We are talking about 1 crore per month, which is 12 crore per annum. Can you believe that?
If you ask someone who's running a shop, he will say reaching 1 crore was possibly 10-15 years down the line.
Yeah.
I don't know, even then it had happened that he could sell 1
And
crore.
This is a girl, she's just 32. At 29, she started this, and at 32 today, she has a 12 crore per annum company. Can you believe that? Amazing.
So what we just shared with each other is called as disruption by the digital world. Completely new ways of functioning with comfort and ease.
Yes.
Today, when we look at buying a car, we don't look at the mileage or the engine capacity, but we want a keyless entry. We want a GPS to guide us, someone who's showing us how do you take a reverse. So instead of having mechanical engineers on the production line, we are also seeing software engineers
Yes.
who have become a very important part of the production team on automobiles.
Truly agree.
So this is how, when we are experiencing all these products on the front line, there is a requirement at the back end on various technologies and various IT software platforms, which is what is changing the professional life for all of us.
Absolutely.
But then, like we all know, with benefits always come challenges, right? So the biggest challenge today is distractions.
Yes.
Whether it's a child or a housewife or a security guard, anyone and everyone is distracted by all that you can keep scrolling throughout the day.
Absolutely true.
Constant upgradation of technology, hence, it really needs new skills to be developed continuously, personally and
Professionally both.
So today we shall discuss only the professional front, how it is affecting our careers, and what are the skills that are required to still grow in this environment.
So before she goes ahead, what I want to put the point here is no need to be worried because this is now the future. No matter how much you want, you can't avoid this. This has become a part of our life. So the question is, instead of thinking how can I avoid this and go in a company, go in a place where this is not there, it's not possible. So why not we accept it, adapt it, and use it for our fullest extent? And for that, there are certain changes we'll have to do.
So the first skill that we really need to develop is digital literacy.
Yes.
This is an ability to navigate and utilize all the digital tools and technologies, right? Like for example, for me, today the delivery that I'm doing here sitting on a laptop with a camera, I had to learn how to use LinkedIn as a platform. I had to learn what is called as streaming software, which is a software which can help me reach out to many different platforms at one given time in one given place, learning how the tool works, what is the best way to deliver. All this I've learned, and that is why I can reach out to you, right? So digital literacy is a must for people at every age. If you remember COVID days, even senior citizens were really struggling to understand because they had to buy through a mobile app.
Very true.
So we need to be updated, upgraded with the technology every single time when there is something new happening. Then, of course, as professionals, data analysis and interpretation. Like, for example, when I go through a live session here, the LinkedIn platform provides me with all the analysis. What kind of clients, who was a live session, who liked it, what industry, what was their professional segment. When I put up a poll, I can see different audience. And that helps me to track what is the topic that I need to do in the next.
Absolutely.
What is the poll which has worked, which has not worked? What is the post which really went and reached out to many more people, so I know what my audience is liking.
Absolutely.
And that is why,
in fact, it has helped us to serve you people by the poll. When we put there and the analysis come and we realize, okay, this is what the current audience want, and then we come out with that topic.
Then of course it is like I had mentioned, artificial intelligence and machine learning. These technologies, the new algorithms, everything is changing and transforming every single day, and it is touching each and every industry. It has nothing to do with only IT today. Like I said, automobile software has become a much bigger reason to sell a car than the the structure provided by the vehicle on how sturdy it is, what is the engine capacity. More than that, it's all the software tools, right? So artificial intelligence is really affecting our roles everywhere if you're not aware of it. So, there was one of the mentors who's really very active in the AI field. She's one of the top 10 women in India who's dealing with AI. She was telling the other day that I told her, how did you shift? Because she has nothing to do with software. She has nothing to do with the IT industry. I said, how did you move? Being an economic honors, and how did you land up in AI field? So she said, it's not about knowing the tools, but it's about knowing how this intelligence, all what we've learned, how do we capture that
Very true.
through a tool and use that for reaching out to many more people. So I am giving my domain knowledge, my expertise, all the knowledge that I've gathered, and there are engineers who are programming it. So that I am a tool between the engineer, the platform, and the domain knowledge.
True.
So each and everyone is really using this platform of AI in different ways, and that is why today you also know that doctors sitting at one given state, and he's operating on some other remote area. So a life doesn't have to suffer and give up because there was no availability of doctors, surgery couldn't happen on time. Today everything is happening from remote places. What more can AI offer? And that is why we all know that human longevity is going to increase in the coming areas and ages because of all this medical intervention which is going to happen sitting at one place through the digital technology. In fact, the precision with which the surgeons can operate today, thanks to the digital technology, it's much, much, much greater than what it was before. And obviously, when we are doing all of this, there is one new thing which emerges, which is
Cybersecurity,
cybersecurity.
absolutely.
So as digital systems are becoming more prevalent, so are the threats of security.
Yes.
Understanding the cybersecurity principles and practices is critical to protect sensitive information, prevent data breaches, ensure the integrity of a digital system. Now, you may say that how does it matter to me? It definitely matters to you as a professional.
Because we know a lot of people in our own life where lakhs of rupees have been disappeared from their account. One fine day they come to know 5 lakh is gone, 3 lakh is gone, 7 lakh is gone. This is the kind of money which is just gone in a second.
So you remember that there used to be some kind of message coming from some odd number saying that your bank account is just about to freeze because your KYC is not updated.
Yeah.
And just click the link below to upload your documents. And people who were naive, they didn't know.
Yes.
They would click the link and the hackers would hack the entire software of the mobile and use your credit cards, your banking, money from your bank account which is available on the mobile app. So it is not that it is not relevant to you if you are not a professional. It is relevant for each and
Each
every
one of us. Each one of us.
Wow, one of my clients who's a CS, today she has to learn how cybersecurity laws are changing in the country and how
True.
they are going to affect the data. So legal professional is changing. Police is changing. I remember one of my clients who's done cybersecurity. She studied in London. She did her MS and came back. She got appointed by the cops in Mumbai to help them dealing with the cybersecurity.
Yes, absolutely.
So software engineer, we thought police would be all physical fitness, right? And shooting, how good they are at shooting. But no, today software engineers are required even in police
In
department.
fact, you'll be surprised to know that most of the urban cities we are finding that the complaints are more on the cybersecurity than to the normal police stations. Because people go to normal stations that my money's been disappeared and my this happened. So most of them they send them to cybersecurity because it's a cybersecurity crime.
So any one of you watching us, have you suffered in any ways through these challenges that have come because you didn't know that this data is sensitive and it should not be revealed on this given platform unknowingly, and you had to bear a financial or an emotional loss?
Very
Like
true.
many times there are photos on your mobile. You don't realize you're using a Facebook and the Facebook app is asking allow photos, and you don't realize your photos have got posted.
True.
So many such things happening, and that is why being educated about the technology
Is extremely important.
extremely
You can't
important.
live today saying that ignorance is
Bliss.
It can't. It can be a huge damage to you. So anyhow, if you have to stay relevant in this environment, you will have to not only learn the technology part, but you'll also have to build some soft skills or life skills.
So whether you're an end user or a back-end designing guy,
Yep.
each one of you, to remain relevant in this environment, have to pick up these life skills, and which are really, really important. Today we are just listing a few of them.
Few of them. Yeah.
The first one is adaptability.
Yes.
So most of the mentors that I interviewed mentioned this one skill when they're hiring people
Yes.
in any kind of roles, right from the startup, the freshers who are joining in, to mid-segment and higher segment. How adaptable is this person? You know why? Because roles are just changing, dear friends. Today you were doing this, all of a sudden there is some new demand. If you don't adapt to that,
Yep.
you're obsolete. You're out of the system. So roles will keep changing. Employees will have to learn and adapt.
Second, creativity and innovation. You need to be creative. You need to be those mundane things are gone. Today, the ability to think critically, solve problems creatively, and generate new ideas will help you stand out. If you're going to do the same thing again and again, AI and robots are going to replace you just like this.
Absolutely right. And due to all of this, there's one critical thing or skill which has come up, and all of us have to adapt to that, and that is lifelong learning. Learning is not getting over in your postgraduate degrees.
No.
We are learning every single day. And you know what? With so many resources available, it's so damn confusing and time consuming activity.
Absolutely.
I remember one of my clients who's been working in an MNC IT industry for 15 years. And when he came to me, he was absolutely lost because he had enrolled for so many programs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everyone demanding 50 hours, 20 hours, 100 hours, 250 hours. And he felt all that is required if he has to grow in his career. And buying, investing. So things which are required in the house, he didn't invest there. He invested on all this and he was not utilizing that. And his wife was screaming at the top of her voice saying that you have wasted the money. But whenever he would sit there to identify, he would feel so overwhelmed that he used to get exhausted, watch something on Netflix and just forget it. And this was going on for 12 months.
So it's very important, the point she's trying to put, it's very important for us to remember, what are we learning? Something that is relevant, something that is useful for you. So learning, like for example, every single day we spend 2 hours on learning, in reading, listening, so that we are able to be there all the time. Fourth,
and that is why focus learning is very important.
Yes.
You need to choose. There's so much available.
Yes.
You need to choose what is relevant for you today. It may not be relevant tomorrow. We are talking about today and study. Second, collaborating with people in your field and learning from them.
Yep.
If someone has done it, why waste on reading? Why not reach out to that person and learn from them, with them? Or if you've learned something, you teach them. Mentoring is becoming such a beautiful way of interacting on these professional platforms.
Very true.
So lifelong learning, being focused, collaborating.
Next, what is very, very crucial is communication.
Naturally, when you have to collaborate with people,
across the globe, you'll have to learn to communicate. It's very, very crucial that you communicate. Otherwise, you will be losing on something. Then fifth, which we are finding a bigger issue, that is emotional health. If you're working in the MNC and you're operating around different time zones, working in teams across the globe, this is affecting your entire body cycle. Hence, learning to take care of your physical and emotional health is a must.
So, communication, like Dheeraj just mentioned, communication, earlier we used to say body language, see people, you'll understand, you handshake. Today it's all changed by these communication and virtual teams and with people who have most of the times their videos shut. How do you reach out? How do you communicate with clarity? How do you pick his attention span is so damn difficult.
How do you still convey your message? It's not easy. The world is changed out there. So you will have to learn that how in this era, like for example, the way we are doing now, we're not seeing anybody. We are seeing ourselves actually. But we are still communicating with you guys. Now this is something you'll have to learn.
And for this, there's so much to learn. There's so much to do. One skill that you'll have to master
is time.
Is time management.
Yes.
To be able to survive in these demanding times with all the distractions, being able to decide on your priorities is really very difficult, but it's very, very crucial and important. And then utilizing your time efficiently is really an art that you'll have to master. So time management is not a luxury anymore for people at the CXO levels. Time management has become a need of the hour for each and every one of us.
And the last thing, okay, it's very, very important for if you want to grow in life, there's one thing you'll have to learn is the ability to take risk. Because you cannot grow if you're not ready to take. If you want to play safe all the time, you will be not growing. Today's world, you need to take risk of learning new things, risk of changing your career altogether. There's so many things you'll have to do.
So especially if you're in your mid-age.
Yes.
So like we started in the very beginning that we are people who specialize in the mid-age. So mid-age professionals who have another 15, 20 years.
Yes.
There is so much. You just can't avoid this digital disruption. You have to take a deep dive. You cannot be sitting at a safe distance on the beach and looking at the waves.
Yes.
Disrupting the entire globe. But you'll have to be there, plunge in, take risk. And that is the only way you'll be able to maneuver your career. There is no other way. And guys, very, very important. Remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Things have still not come in. We are going to experience a lot more disruptions, lot more innovations. Hence, you'll have to keep yourself abreast. And that is why seek help whenever required instead of getting obsolete, disappeared from the work environment.
Yes.
So keep upgrading, keep working on your emotional health, keep reaching out to help seeking help from professionals so that you can keep acing in your career.
So time has come, my dear friends, to understand that what really needs today to be successful. These are all the things which we said are also equally important if I want to grow, if I want to be ahead of the time. Otherwise, I'm going to be left behind and there will be people taking over me. And I realize I gave this company so many years, somebody else came and went ahead of me. You know why? Because that person is ahead of you in terms of technology, in terms of skills, in terms of so many other things which you've not.
In fact, a very beautiful point brought about by Dheeraj, which I forgot to mention. In learning today, humility in learning is very important,
Yeah.
because you may be in your 50s and here is a guy in 20s who knows much more on these tools and technology and the platforms, and he will be able to teach you only when you're open to learning
I think
from him.
many things that we are learning is from our son. He's just 21. But we are very open to learn because he knows much more than us. So that's the truth of life. There's no ego, there's no arrogance. That's the truth that he knows more than us. So with a lot of humbleness, I go to him and ask him, you know what, can you tell me how do I do this? Including that Netflix thing is not working. I don't understand why it's not working. So he'll say, Dadu, this is what not working. So it's important to be humble, because otherwise, if you're having ego and arrogance, you will be left behind, because this new generation is coming, it's like for them it's such easier than what we
Absolutely.
are.
So lifelong learning, time management, adaptability, taking risk.
Yes.
These are some things which you cannot miss out. And with all this happening, feeling overwhelmed and anxious is absolutely natural. That is why working on your physical and emotional health is even more crucial than ever before.
Yes.
So guys, here it is coming to that concluding part where we would want to say a bye to each one of you.
Thank you so much for listening, being there, participating. We love you guys all, and we really want you to do this, what we have told you, because this is going to help you. We want all of you to grow. That is why we are doing this, the idea of doing so that you can grow. So once again, thank you so much, and see you guys next Friday again on How to Ace Your Career. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful